Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Fired up. Alright, so maybe I'll do some raking today. No. Why? Because stupid snow. Let some light in. There we go. I'm doing it. There we go. Changing that. Do that. Hopefully nobody's coming. Just walking through the place just to see there's all kinds of branches and stuff. You know, if there was no snow, I'd be cleaning all that up today, but I told my client I'd come in and have a look, and I did. Everything looks good. So I thought I'd be working this week, but it looks like it's gonna be next week. Well, depending on the weather. Like if it was rain, I could actually at least pick up the branches. Couldn't really rake or anything, but there's still gobs of snow in there because it doesn't get a lot of light in there. Now that place, when years ago when I used to work there before, you should have seen how it looked. It looked like a park in there. And if I get my brush cutter, I'm going to try to sweet talk them into let me cut down all that little stuff, open it up again, because it looked so good when I did, when it was, right? If they're willing to do that expense, you know what I mean? But yeah, it looks like everything looked good in there. The snow's off the roof of the cottage. Yeah. So it'll be another little while before all that melts off. But at least they would have saw me on the camera there going in, so it'll give them peace of mind. I'm gonna go see them on the weekend anyway. That's what I talk. Like the day after I talked to my client, it's like it snowed like 4 inches. I was like, yeah, I'll be there, and you know, I'm gonna get a head start on the season. I'll go and do some raking and cleaning up all the branches. Didn't see any trees down, knock wood, so that's good. But yeah, it doesn't get a lot of light in there, so that road takes a little longer to dry out. It's not thick. I could have drove in, but you can't see where the branches are, and I don't want to pop it. I don't think I'd pop a tire, but why take the risk, right? So, and where I needed to turn around, there was like big giant banks of snow, and there's still quite a bit of snow. Like there's a lot of snow in the bush, guys. Like still, like for April, almost a third of the way through April, this much snow still left. It's kind of like when I was a kid. Maybe not quite. When I was a kid, there was a lot more snow left. Yes, I can't wait till the snow goes. But the good thing about a slow snow melt is fertile ground. I think a slow snow melt is even better than the rain, because it just keeps everything damp and wet, and that word everybody hates, moist. Let's say it one more time together, guys. Moist. That is a freaking horrible word when you think. What a horrible word. What a disturbing word. Yeah. Are you having a moist day? But yeah, like there's tons of snow in there. Like it's pretty snowy. Not gonna lie to you at all. The upside is oh yeah, there's a stop sign here. Is that the grader? Oh, the grader guy's been out already. Didn't think that. No, yeah, I guess. Well, no, the ground will still be pretty hard in some spots there. Be breaking grader blades if you're doing that. Probably just doing it where we can get away with it, I guess. Well, the sooner the grader gets in here, the better, because this road gets bad. Not the worst about this road is the dust. In the summertime, like you pass somebody, you can't see them. Like it's like holy smokes. It's like blinded by the smoke. Well, I guess I'll just have to go home and play my new guitar. I'll just have to do that. I don't know what those things were on. So yeah, so I got a lot of new toys coming. Toys, work stuff. Gonna build my business pretty good this season. The brush cutter, the polearm chainsaw, that stuff will be May, June, maybe. We'll see. You know, as long as I get it, even if I get it at the end of the year, like, you know, like there's no rush. Like, if you're going to build a business, it takes about 5 years to build a business, an average business. you know, to get going good. You know what I mean? That's about an average business, about 5 years. You get going the first year, you use whatever you have at hand. And then from there, it's just like you know, it's like, okay, what do you actually need versus what you've got? And it's kind of one of those things, you almost want to wait until you need something before you go and buy it. Because you go buy things and it's like, okay, did I actually need that, or should I have bought something else? Like, for example, chainsaws. I could buy every chainsaw in the world, you know, and eventually I'll need every size of chainsaw. But what do I use the most, right? So my MS400, that'll be good for forever and a day. That saw, you can work with it for an 8-hour day. There's pretty much not a tree in sight that it won't take down, you know, until you get to the ridiculous big stuff. But how often do you get that, right? So that's the good thing about it. The other thing that's really cool is you get you know, you get to know what your real money makers are going to be, right? Like whippersnippers, like invest in those guys. My God, what a tool, you know. So tomorrow I might be able to work there. Be a short day if, but there they get a lot of sun, so I might actually be able to do some raking. But I got some wood and a little bit of trees to cut down, so be there for at least an hour to 2 hours anyway, minimum. So better than nothing, better than not making anything. I mean, I got paid yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was really good. I recorded a song, got paid for the winter for one of the jobs. I didn't get paid a lot of money, like $195, but you know, for a little job I was doing that was, you know, really, I made money, you know what I mean? Got my license plate for the car yesterday, so that's good. Don't have to worry about that as much anymore. Even though I have the sticker, I got to take the sticker out of the back window, so it's like, oh, you're not supposed to have both of them. It's like, yeah, they say the same thing though. Yeah, but you're only supposed to have one. We have weird laws like that where, like, your old insurance policy, you can get like a $500 fine for having your old insurance policy still in your car. Well, I don't know if it's $500, but it's a big fine. You're only supposed to have your current one and that's it. Which I understand why to a degree, but like, you know, is it really the problem? Okay, it takes the guy 5 minutes to look for a policy, but if you would have just had the one in there, you'd have it right away. I get that, but should you really fine people for that? You know what I mean? Just maybe ask them politely that, could you next time, you know, get rid of those other policies and what have you? Can you just do that instead? You know, no, I gotta fine people. I did pass a cop on the way out, so better make sure my speeds are in check on the way in. Oh yeah, I'm good. It's just with this car, you gotta be careful because, like, it can get away on you a little bit because it's not the smoothest car ever. I can imagine they were pretty nice when they were new. You know, these things were like $35,000 or whatever Canadian when they were new for this model, the SXT. But the thing is that when you're buying your equipment, right? Like, for example, I got that one whippersnipper for $60. Now, if you were just starting out, that would be a hell of a deal, especially I'm on like year 2 with that thing and year 3 with my brand new one. But if you had the money, I would say buy the new one first with the 2-year warranty on it, right? Why? Because it's got the 2-year warranty on it. It's more money, but peace of mind of not having to work on things on the job site is not only better for your reputation, but it's better in just about all ways. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, for example, with my chainsaws, I start doing a job and I have, you know, like luckily I had like, what, 4 chainsaws at the time? You know, but like one would sort of break down, and then I'd have to grab the other one, right? Now, I was fortunate enough to be able to grab the other one, but let's say I didn't have those other saws. Well, I'd have to stop and be tinkering with you know, a broken saw. Basically, it was Mini Beast where the trigger used to keep letting go, right? And you'd be like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. Yeah, but when the client is paying for you